Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and our first story today comes from Ethan Klein from H3H3 Productions. Now, just last night, Ethan actually called out James Charles over Twitter because Ethan claims here that James stole his clothing company's designs. Now, I'm sure many of you know about the clothing company known as Teddy Fresh. Okay, this is a clothing company started by Hila, and this clothing company has completely blown up. I mean, it's huge right now. You have people all over the place that are wearing Teddy Fresh clothing. Now, Ethan tweeted out last night saying here that James Charles is stealing designs from their Teddy Fresh clothing here. Ethan tweeted out saying, "I know we didn't invent color blocking, but I'm having a hard time with the new James Charles merch. It's the exact same design as Hila's. Combined with the fact that his audience is so huge, many people will assume that he designed it and start accusing us of plagiarism. What do you think?" So he shows two pictures here side by side of James Charles wearing his own merch, and then H3H3 sharing the Teddy Fresh merch here, saying that the colors are completely the same and that this is just way too similar. Ethan then responded here saying, "It's possible it's all a totally cosmetic coincidence, but he used pretty much the identical colors here too. He at least moved them around a little bit." And he shows another design here that he says looks very similar to James Charles designs that he recently came out with. Now, the founder of Teddy Fresh, Ethan's wife Hila, tweeted about this last night. She says, "I guess I might as well share some behind the scenes. This is my first sketch of the color block hoodie from 2017 before we even had a logo for Teddy Fresh, and in the other picture is the pink one. This is usually how I work on my color palettes." So Hila is showing here that this was her original design, and she's showing that she actually sketched this out herself. Now, you had a lot of content creators over Twitter actually supporting Ethan and Hila, saying that James Charles could have actually stolen their designs. The YouTuber Elvis the Alien responded saying, "It's practically the same exact thing. There's no way this is a coincidence. If he wasn't a YouTuber, then maybe, but even then." Now, Ethan responded saying, "It's the fact that it's the same exact colors and placement. It's almost identical. Otherwise, I would have never even mentioned it." So James Charles was actually getting a lot of hate last night because people were calling him out for this, saying that he copied, Ethan and Hila's designs here. So James responded to this whole thing last night, and he said, "When you DM'd me yesterday, I sent you the original photo that inspired my collection, explained that I've never seen your brand, but also asked what you wanted me to do. You didn't reply. After last year, I vowed to keep conversations private and create solutions, not drama." So James is literally saying here that they DM'd yesterday, but for some reason, Ethan did not respond, and now Ethan is calling him out over Twitter. James Charles then tweeted at Ethan here saying, "If you'd like to continue our conversation and find a solution, my DMs are still open." Now, there still were a lot of people upset with James Charles here. People were responding to James' tweet here saying that there's no way he's never seen Teddy Fresh's designs before. Miko tweeted out saying, "Crazy how you say you haven't seen it yet it's all over TikTok, and one of the people you follow has a video where they're wearing it." But you also had a lot of people supporting James on this whole situation here, saying that there's no way that James actually copied Ethan, that these designs have been out forever, color blocking has been a thing forever, and that Ethan did not invent this. Now, people are even saying here that they are going to buy James Charles merch just to spite H3H3 because they are upset with H3H3 calling out James here. The YouTuber Creepshow Art tweeted this out here, and James Charles actually liked this tweet. She says, "Here's why this is stupid. Ethan saying this is essentially saying no one could have come up with this design without seeing the Teddy Fresh one first. They did not invent nor popularize this design. It's like saying you made tie-dye merch and therefore anyone else who makes tie-dye merch is inspired by you, which is clearly not the case because tie-dye has been around for years. Hila was inspired by artists who came before her. A designer didn't need to know about what Teddy Fresh was to make this design." So you had a ton of YouTubers coming out here saying that they support James Charles over this whole situation. Now, Leafy actually tweeted out this. He says, "Don't trust Ethan." And in this Twitter video here, Leafy talks about Ethan Klein while driving his car on the highway.
Alright, welcome back to a brand new video. As you can see, the gameplay has changed quite a bit. Fucking Ethan Klein. Definitely a little bit of a snake. I don't know, man. It's been a few years. He's like still doing people dirty like that.
But in this Twitter video, he is driving 120 miles an hour on the highway here. Now, shortly after Leafy posted this Twitter video, the police actually pulled Leafy over last night. He then tweeted out here saying that he was only given a verbal warning. So while this whole thing was heating up last night, Ethan responded back to James Charles here. He says, "I give you permission to share our conversation. You told me you were going to sell them anyway. You also admitted that the similarity wasn't a coincidence. I DM you to keep this private, but I found your response combative and dismissive." Now, Now, Ethan is still going after James Charles even this morning. He just tweeted out sharing old tweets from James Charles from back in 2019 when James Charles was calling out people for copying his palette designs. So as of right now, the responses to this whole situation are very mixed. There are people that are supporting Ethan and Hila, and there's people that are supporting James Charles here. Now, our next story of today comes from the massive YouTuber known as Deji. Okay, so recently Deji has been having a lot of problems with YouTube. He actually can't upload to his main channel right now because he just recently got a strike on it. Now, this is for a video from back in 2017, and he uploaded a video on this to his second channel today saying that he could lose his main channel here.
I can't upload on my main channel for a week because of a video I did in 2017. This is where the issue really lies. So I've done many videos where I do crazy stuff over the years, okay? I have over 1,800 videos on that channel alone. I'm scared I'm gonna lose my channel because if they can easily strike a video that I did in 2017, they could easily strike a video I did in 2012 or 2013 because obviously the guidelines have changed. They don't issue you a warning, they just give you the strike. And I know many YouTubers are also going through this.
Okay, so shortly after Deji uploaded this video, apparently the strike was removed. He says, "Thank you guys so much, the strike has been lifted. All of those who helped, thank you so much." And he says, "Thank you at YouTube." So obviously he was happier that YouTube did reinstate his video, but it looks like his video was taken down again. He tweeted out yesterday saying, "I don't understand. You guys removed my strike and age restricted the video. Why does the same video from 2017 get a strike again? This really is not fair." He then tweeted out saying, "I can't upload on my main or second channel because of the strike I received. YouTube deadass removed the strike for a video I made in 2017 and then literally gave me a strike again for that same video. Can you sort this out, please?" So it looks like Deji is really screwed right now because he can't upload to either of his channels. He literally is blocked from uploading any videos to keep people updated on what is going on with this situation right now. Now, YouTube has since responded saying that they're still looking into this. Now, our next story of today's video comes from Logan Paul. Okay, so recently there's been a lot of articles coming out and people have been saying over Twitter and on social media that Logan Paul is going to fight Floyd Mayweather in the future. That's right. Apparently, this is a fight that's going to happen sometime in the future here, which is absolutely insane. I mean, Logan Paul is a YouTuber and he's going to be fighting one of the best boxers of all time. Now, Keemstar was one of the first people to reveal this information. He claims here that he has sources close to him that are telling him that this is actually true and that Mayweather is going to fight Logan Paul, and he posted a drama alert on this, and in the drama alert he commented saying, "During the making of this video and editing, I got a call back from a very, very reliable source close to the Logan Paul camp confirming that this fight is real." He even tweeted out yesterday saying that the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather advertisement deck was leaked. The pro boxer Ryan Garcia responded here saying, "Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather. Prayers are going up for Logan." Now, despite a ton of people over social media saying that this fight is actually going to happen, it looks like the fight might not be confirmed yet. TMZ actually came out yesterday saying here that Floyd Mayweather was approached by Logan Paul's team to actually have this fight. They say here that sources close to Mayweather tell TMZ the undefeated legend has been approached with an offer to fight the YouTube star sometime in 2020, but as of now, no one has signed on the dotted line. So paparazzi actually confronted Logan Paul about this yesterday. They asked him if this was actually real, and Logan Paul responded here saying that he can't say shit right now. So it really does seem like there are talks going on right now about this fight potentially happening in the future. Now, our next story of today's video comes from the massive YouTube group known as NELK. Okay, so recently NELK has been in a lot of controversy. There was videos posted to social media showing the guys from NELK actually not wearing face masks, and it looked like they were throwing huge parties here with a bunch of other people who weren't wearing face masks either. Now, the videos calling out NELK for this have millions of views because a lot of people are upset with NELK for partying without face masks during this pandemic, okay? And there's a lot of journalists coming out calling out NELK. There was even articles that came out here saying that NELK threw this huge gathering, that the police got called, and that arrests were made here. I mean, the story seemed insane a few days ago, and then actually YouTube took away NELK's ability to monetize their videos. They actually removed NELK from the YouTube partner program because they were doing this off of YouTube. And actually, one of the main guys at NELK, Kyle, uploaded a video to Twitter yesterday, and Kyle claims here that this is completely fake news and that he's scared that he might actually lose his YouTube channel over this. These videos have hundreds of thousands of views on Twitter right now. Just watch this.
Alright guys, I just wanted to make a quick little video here to address all these fucking media stories and what's going on. You guys are reading all the headlines and stuff. First of all, I want to say it's getting pretty fucking twisted. The headlines are saying NELK Boys throws a party at the Jersey Shore house. That is not what happened at all, okay? So we wanted to rent out the Jersey Shore house on the day of our merch drop to show up, to film some content. It's a legendary spot. We all watched the show. We thought it would be cool. So in cooperation with Danny, the house owner, we hired 4 off-duty police officers with 2 of our own security that were waiting at the house when we got there right away in the event that people showed up, to disperse people, to get rid of the crowds, hand out tickets, whatever they had to do because COVID's going on and stuff like that. We didn't want to get in trouble. Word just spreads like absolute wildfire, especially in these small ass towns. If we're posting stories in LA, it's not that big a deal, but when we show up to these small towns, now that we've learned when COVID's going on, everyone's bored, people are gonna fucking show up, and even people will we'll just be somewhere, someone will take a Snapchat of us and 50 people will show up. And that's honestly something, guys, that we honestly, from the bottom of my heart, might sound stupid. We don't know how big we are. We really learned after this. I guess we have to accept now that maybe we're famous. It feels weird for us, kids coming from fucking Canada. We don't feel famous, we feel normal. We can't even post a story of where we're at anymore because people are just gonna pull up, and then we're gonna get in shit for starting a large gathering because of COVID, which we obviously don't want to get in shit. We don't want to fucking be booted off YouTube. We love making videos. The headline that says that the police showed up is totally inaccurate. We paid for the police. We were getting escorted around the city by the police the whole time. They were fucking blocking off bridges for us, escorting us to our hotel and shit. The police were on our side. They said we did nothing wrong. So not once did we ever organize or try to host a party. Philip DeFranco said too, and I'm not hating on him. The videos, it was fine, but when we said 8:30, we posted our video and said 8:30 p.m. Eastern, that wasn't a call to action for people to show up at 8:30. That's the time of our merch drop. It's a bit of a shitstorm, and yeah, one final thing I'll say is, yeah, you guys might not believe when we say we don't know how big we are, but it honestly is a learning experience. This is still it's all new to us still. We're not used to it, and I guess we're learning the hard way. And it sucks. It sucks that we have to change our style and the way we're doing things because of how big we are, but I guess it happens to everybody at some point. And yeah, love all the fans that are rocking with us. All we try to do is make funny videos, guys. That's all we're trying to do out here. We're not trying to fucking hurt people or be malicious to people.
Now, our next story of today comes from the massive video sharing platform TikTok. Okay, so obviously TikTok is huge right now, but it looks like TikTok is really going to end up closing it down very soon because Trump has signed an executive order where TikTok is actually going to be banned from all US app stores on Sunday. It says here, people with TikTok on their phones will still be able to use the app, but the experience will degrade without software updates. And that's right, you will actually still be able to use the app if you already have it on your phone, but you're no longer going to be able to update the app, and you're no longer going to be able to even download the app in the first place. So if you already have TikTok on your phone, you'll still be able to use it until November 12th. Now, if there's not a deal in place by November 12th, they actually might entirely close down TikTok for good here in the United States. So this is absolutely huge. I mean, creators on TikTok with 50 million followers are not going to be able to upload to the platform anymore because of this whole situation here. And that's it for our video tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoy. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Peace.